Okay, we've chosen to spend time with Nathan. Nathan's already in bed, snoring. You approach the brother quietly and pat him on the head. He's startled, but starts smiling with joy when he realizes it is you. Hi! Hey, can we go outside? I need your help with something. You creep silently downstairs. The air outside is damp, and drops of dew glisten in the night. Nathan drags you towards the bushes. A spotted kitten looks at you from the bushes with sad eyes. You see a bowl of water and some scraps of food next to it. Look, he ran into our yard today. See, he's got a broken paw. We need to save the poor kitten. You pat Nathan on the head. Together you sneak the poor animal into the house and take him to the storage closet. Then you close the closet door and begin the treatment. If anyone is clumsy in your family, it is Nathan, yet his hands are unusually accurate and calm as he bites the kitten's paw. You start chatting as you treat the kitten. As you think out loud about living in a capital and working towards a goal, Nathan strokes the poor animal's wet fur. He sighs. It's tough for me. Thinking about being a grown-up. I'm not much of anything else now. I wish I could be like you. You sure know where you're going and who you're going to be. You shrug. No, I mean it. I can't be like that. They say I'm going to study too, and go to Eterna and become a priest or go to the college, but there is no way I can make it there. Does that mean there is nothing else out there for me? You'll be leaving soon, and I'll be all alone here. You'll write to me. I know you will, and you'll come back one day. But I'm scared. Scared I might lose my way when you are not around. You'll come back, but it'll be different. You'll be different. I'll be different too. You swear to Nathan that even if everything changes, you will always be his brother. You'll always be there to offer him advice and support. And you have no doubt that he will find his way in life. It just takes time to find yourself, sometimes more than you might expect. The sun is about to rise. You should rest before the long trip, but you are not tired at all. Nevertheless, it is time for bed. Before you leave, Nathan hugs you again. Please, promise you'll come back, Michael. You swear to him that you will. You get into bed and fade away into gentle, happy sleep. They will be waiting for you back here, no matter what. Great. Got some sympathy. And yay, we got willpower. Awesome. Really great. You leave the family home for a long time. Your future waits you in Eterna, the capital of the empire. Last night was your final night at home. The carriage is now waiting at the gate, ready to take you to the capital. The clopping of the idle hoofs against the cobblestones count the seconds before your departure. You take one more look at your parents' house and recall your childhood spent there in the nearby yards at your school and on the winding streets of Anisotia. You clashed with the greater world around you and survived. You felt the tingle of emotion for the first time. You were taught by the school and the streets. You explored the city of your birth and learned something of its past. You witnessed first-hand events that will be remembered by history for all time. And all of this is yours now, forever. You saw death, less death, all by rebirth, and the true death takes and never gives back. You saw death lying in wait to strike the unaware, like a beast stalking its prey. You saw grandfather's angry grimace, lit by the flickering fire of the lamp. The Archduke's cavalry trampling those who stood in their way, and your older brother's bloodied sword slicing through the air. Death has followed you from a very young age. And yet, you live on. You have a friend who has been by your side all these years. Thomas taught you many things, how to take a hit, how to keep your word, and how to remain true to your own self. And now Thomas is walking to the same carriage as you are, with a heavy bag slung over his shoulder. Your friend will remain your companion for the time being. Ahead of you is a long trip towards the capital and adulthood. For the first time, you will be away from your family and home. What awaits you in the future? You survived your first clashes with the greater world around you and felt a tingle emotion for the first time. Ah, okay, yeah, it's the same. Mhm. So, what do we have now? Nobility. So, we are noble. I mean, like about our about inner feelings. That's great. We're enterprising, so our ingenuity is kind of above average. Spirituality, it's not bad. We're searchy, but not soulful. We still have willpower, can act, and we died once, then twice, then thrice, and then through death. So let's continue. Hmm? Huh? Youth.
Leaving my hometown behind, I set out for the capital of the empire. There, I would discover my role in society.
Driver flicks the reins. The carriage slowly sways as it starts moving away from your home. You stick your head out of the window and wave goodbye to your family. Nathan is running after the carriage with Thomas' younger brother in tow, tears glistening in their eyes. It hurts to leave your home behind. Ahead lies Eterna, the imperial capital. We have often read about it and heard stories from Father and Stephen. It is a city that surpasses Anisote enormously in terms of size, age, wealth, and beauty. But what is it really like? What kind of life awaits you there? What will you learn there, and where will your actions take you? You pass the old walls of Anisote. Somewhere within them is the old fortress you and Thomas built together, out of old wooden planks now left to the care of your younger brothers. You two are adults now. Perhaps your fortress will crumble, now abandoned. Or perhaps your brothers will continue what you started. Who knows? You look down at your hands, knuckles covered in scars from street antics, fingers stained with ink. Mother gave you a cross to day away from home, and now you can feel its warmth against your chest. Your family counts on you, even though they all wish a different future for you. But they are behind you now, in Anisote. From this point on, only you will decide which road you will take. This is the journey you prepared for throughout your entire childhood. Ahead of you lie many years in the capital, years that will determine your fate and your place in society. New personal qualities. These are your personal qualities in adulthood, which you will use for the rest of your life. There are some of the qualities that you have gained in childhood and adolescence. For most skill checks, you will need a value between 10 and 16. Values 17, 19 are required for rare and especially difficult choices. The maximum value 20 only gives you a chance for one extraordinary deed. So diplomacy 7. Yep. And not the best option. We are not really we're not promising influential. We are still naive. And of course, we're neophyte. But we're mediocre fighter. Not bad. Really good. And we are scheming. We are conspirator. Wait. Eloquence is not bad, is not bad. And as you see, we can even like die. except to death or for deaths. Look, now that's absolutely serious. So, what can we choose? Loftless, priest, or nobleman? So interesting. Okay, we won't read it. Yeah, personal qualities, diplomacy 7, theology 5, manipulation 7. That. Valor 12, eloquence 10, scheming 12. Continue. It takes a whole month to reach Eterna. You and Thomas spend the days wagging your chins and staring at the scenery as your carriage makes its way along the road towards the next province. Soon it crosses from the familiar barren, arid lands of Maghreb to the stately mountains of Illyria. During one of your many stays at a roadside inn, the two of you even manage to share a whole bottle of strong wine and keep it a secret from the servant who drives the carriage. Adult life feels positively intoxicating. Son, I'll tell you, soon we'll be there. I'll learn my son as soon as I get accepted in the military academy, you'll see. And then nobody's gonna walk all over me like I'm some commoner. You keep rehearsing everything they taught you in school. Soon you're almost at the end of your long journey. You have left behind the arid rocks of Magra, the mountains of Illyria, and the flooded meadows of Erknia. Eterna, the capital is right ahead. Situated at the junction between Rigletta and Taurina rivers, the city is vast. 3 majestic stone bridges keep its three shores interconnected. Smooth stone paves the main city streets. Gilded moldings decorate the buildings. Towering pillars reach high into the sky. Your carriage takes you past a spacious park with marble fountains and intricately trimmed bushes. On the streets, you see ornately decorated carriages bearing Erknian coats of arms and abundant merchants' tents, filling the streets with beckoning cries and unusual sights. The spires of ancient temples dot the city skyline. The carriage comes to a halt on a large city square with a towering marble fountain. The coachman says you have arrived. Thomas is to apply to the military academy. The academy barracks are 2 streets away. Your lodging house is all alleyway nearby. A room has already been reserved for you. You get out onto the street and say brief goodbyes to each other. You promise to meet again after the entrance exams. Then your friend disappears into the crowded streets of the capital. You're left to your own devices in this vast city. A group of nobles walk past. They're dressed in well-fitting clothing decorated with gems and golden thread. You're not even noticed. Street urchins chase a dog down the alleyway. Soldiers of the Imperial Legion are marching to fifes and drums towards the barracks. Humble pilgrims are gathering to the great temple of the twins. There are the sounds of music and fountains and smells of baked bread and garbage trains. You quickly check in at the lodging house, then go back outside. The sun is setting. The street lights come to life. Merry music fills the taverns. Couples in noble coaches with tinted windows fill the streets. Shadows and hushed voices laughter fill the parks. You are all alone with this city so vast and unfamiliar. You take a look around, determined to feel your first night in the capital of the memories. You see young nobles gathered by the fountain, talking and making jokes excitedly. One of them keeps glancing at the clock tower. They're about your age. Their clothes are hand-tailored, and 2 of them bear noble swords. They seem to be waiting for something. It might be a good idea to make their acquaintance. It would be most helpful to develop a familiarity with influential nobles of the capital. Loud music from a large establishment on the corner distracts you for a moment. The servants have just opened the shutters to air out of the hall. It seems there will be a gathering inside. People from various estates greet each other as they take their seats. A servant by the door of the establishment hails you. Sir Gerd Oakright will be making a speech about the rights of the common estate. If you wish to listen, you'd better get inside quickly. Then you look at the great temple of the twins at the far end of the street. The pillar shines in the evening dusk above it. The temple gates are open and worshippers are flocking inside. There are too many people for an ordinary service. This must be something important. What do they preach here in the capital? What do they say of the new faith and the teachings of Patriarch Fotis? You snap out of your reverie when you hear loud laughter. A group of young men dressed in the colors of the imperial college have made the acquaintance of several lovely girls. They are making their way down the road, united by merriment. One of the girls smiles at you. It is an invitation to join them. They turn the corner and walk away, but you can still hear their voices ringing and echoing from the street. A night of revelry and jolly, loud fun doesn't sound half bad. This is your first night in Eterna. No matter what you choose, you will remember it for a long time to come. So we can meet the noble youths. You forge a bond with a group of young nobles. We can listen to Oakwright's speech. You decide to listen to the speech on the rights of commoners. This is the great temple of the twins. You follow the other worshippers to the temple and attend the night service. Run after students. You run after the gaggle of students and join in their merriment. So what's your choice?